And good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen of the interweb. From my side of the planet, this is the Belated Reviewer, also known as JJ Kandau. And as you can see again, right in front of your screens, uh, I'll be sharing with you uh, my so called two pack of the Black Knight Sersi from Hasbro Marvel Legends. Again, these figures are of course part of the Marvel Legends line. I think they released this last year, a bit late in the year, I think, or was it mid-year? And the original two-pack, of course, features the Black Knight, which is this guy, and of course his partner for all eternity. She's an eternal, Sersi. These two, a bit of background for these two characters. They are, of course, members of the Avengers. I'm not sure if they're part of Avengers West Coast or main Avengers, but they are inducted members of that superhero team. Of course, that's headed by Captain America and by Iron Man. Those are the top two honchos for that superhero team. Anyway, yeah, uh, there was a two pack that was released with these two figures, but I wasn't really liking the actual Black Knight that came with the two pack because that was the more modern Black Knight with his jacket and alternate hands and of course his laser sword or lightsaber, if you will. But I do know that there was a version of the Black Knight earlier in his well in his comic book life that he was actually more closely dressed up in the way of an actual knight, and that was the kind of look that I was actually wanting to. So I went around and tried to see if I could hunt for a Black Knight, which was closer to that original look. There was a couple of choices, all scalper prices, of course, and there was even I think a Toy Biz mint on card copy, but I didn't like the way they interpreted the Black Knight, so I wanted something a little closer to modern Marvel Legends designs and tooling. So I continued to look around, and I did find, as you can see, I now have a copy of a Marvel Legends. Well, according to the owner, that this was a this is a Marvel Legend version from Hasbro, I believe already. And from the proportions, yes, it is definitely a Marvel Legends, a Hasbro Marvel Legends figure with the way that it stands with Sersi. Now, again, there was the two pack. I didn't like it, so I went and hunted for the original version of Black Knight, and there we have him now. And the Sersi, of course, that came with the two pack. Um, I wanted that design, although my nitpick would be that this time they were featuring Cersei with a shorter hairdo, and she kind of looked like some celebrity from the Friends sitcom. When we take a look at her head scope a little closer, you'll see what I mean. Anyway, this Cersei actually comes from that two pack, the latest two pack with Black Knight that was released by Hasbro for the Marvel Legends line, and so probably you're wondering, so did you get the two pack? No. Luckily, there were some third-party sellers that broke up the two-pack and were selling the figures individually. Of course, it would be a little bit pricier if you would consider getting it the original two-pack versus getting those figures individually. But again, By the time I was wanting to get a Sersi to go with Black Knight, as they are the partners in crime, if you will, and like I said earlier, the partners eternal. So I wouldn't want to be having two Black Knight figures. Although for most people that would be the way to go. So they would have an earlier version of the Black Knight and a more recent version for various toy photography purposes. But I did like again the original version of the Black Knight, or the middle ground between the really classic version and the later version. And again, luckily I was able to find a seller that was selling it. It was actually part of his collection, and he did tell me that it was there was some factory looseness, and he did send me a video demonstrating the joints. There was a bit of looseness, but with the help of transparent rubber bands, I was able to make those looseness quite manageable for my Black Knight. And again, this is a pre-loved figure. Anyway, uh, let's go. I mean, I've already. I'm showing you the figure as is there. They're in frame. Let's take a look at what the Black Knight comes with. Um, as you can see, he does have already his Eldritch blade, or his Black blade, Ebon blade, already equipped on him in his right hand. And this Black Knight comes with a trigger hand for the right arm and a standard gripping hand for the left arm. And oops, sorry. Now, this Black Knight really comes, as far as Marvel Legends these days are concerned, he really comes loaded with accessories. Aside from his sword, he does come with two alternate heads. So although I got this Black Knight loose without the original packaging, it did come complete. The previous owner was really a collector in every sense of the word, that he kept everything. And there you see. All right. Let's take a look at the. I think this is the original Black Knight helm. So it's what I've heard called as a bucket helmet, because it's like a bucket. And I love what they did with this one, the golds and the eagle on top. Yeah, focus for me. There you go. So there is that eagle on top, and so the peg hole isn't that small. I think you can also use this with a little bit of work on a Mythic Legions. Again, why did I wanted this version of the Black Knight? Of course, I had to have this version so I could include it in scenes with my Mythic Legions figures. He'll be a bit smaller, but we'll just chalk that up to genetics. Okay, so that's the bucket helm head. And then there's also, actually this is the head that I really like, but for some reason I haven't put this on the Black Knight yet. And this one has his neutral expression face. So it's got bat wings on it for ears or something. And it's basically his helmet, the one that it's basically the same head that I put on the Black Knight, but with the extra bat wings there. Okay, all right, so let's take a closer look at the figure itself. So there you have it. So the head that I chose to put on the Black Knight is the one with the angry one, the angry head with gritted teeth, and already looking for battle. Let's take a look at the details of his boots. So his boots would be similar to that of Captain America. There was a version of Captain America with these kind of boots. Even Hawkeye, I believe, that was a 1970s Avengers art, I think. And there's some of the detail there for the chainmail, and there's his front skirting and his utility belt. And you can actually store his weapon or the Eldritch Blade right there, as you can see. You can put this sword there, but it's going to warp the blade a bit, so I prefer not to put it there to avoid warping the blade. And he's got double jointed knees, as you can see. And speaking of joints, he also comes with, as evidenced by those two pins, he also comes with double jointed knees as well. There we go. Yep, there it is. And he's got waist articulation. He's got a waist swivel, as you can see from the cut there. He also has a diaphragm joint. I'm not sure if it's a diaphragm, but it does allow him to do that crunch. He can crunch that much, and he can lean back that much. Again, that's the forward crunch. Yeah, he can lean forward as much as that. And of course, he does have swiveling arms, and there's a bicep cut there. So he does have, you can rotate his biceps. You can do the T-pose and yeah. Here's a bit of what I did. As you can see, there's that transparent rubber band peeking out there a bit. I'll fix that a little later. I'm still in the process of doing fine-tuning. And of course, there's the Eldritch Blade. So there's not much design going on for it. It's basically a long sword, a two-handed long sword. There's no intricate designs. There's a bit of accent on the handle, but that's about it, on the hilt. And of course, he does come, this cape is actually removable. Let me see if I can remove it. Yeah, see? It just connects to the back. There's a peg hole and there's a peg here. You can remove that. So if you want to pose him capeless, you can do so. And you can come up with more dynamic poses. All right, and so that's the Black Knight. Now Sersi, and this is again is the Sersi from the two-pack, the latest two-pack featuring these characters from Hasbro. She does come with those special effects or flame effects. I would have preferred a halo-like or angel energy-like manifestation or effects to go with the figure, because as far as I can remember, when she was facing off with Exodus, I think it was that sort of effect that was chosen by the artist to manifest or to translate in the comics to show her powers. And aside from those power effects that she came with, she also comes with splayed hands. This is the right one, and here's the left. There. And this can, of course, it has that kind of swivel. I think it's a horizontal swivel. And okay, let's take a look at her. Now, one of the good and not so good things that they did with this figure is, of course, the belt accessory. I like it, really, but it's sort of a bit loose. But I guess They wanted it that way, but there's some acceptable detail done with the belt. Here's a detail of her feet. The joints, I think they're as cleanly done as it can be for this figure. Double jointed knees, as you can see from the two pins. She has a thigh cut there. I think she can do the splits. Single jointed elbows, unfortunately. And does she have a booty? Yep, she does have a bit of booty on her. And let's take a closer look at the sculpt. There you go. And remember when I said that she kind of looked like some actor from the Friends sitcom? Yeah, I saw somewhere that and read somewhere that it was mentioned that she kind of looked like Courtney Cox. Now, if you were born like in the 2000s, you'd probably never know her. But if you have been able to watch reruns of Friends, then you'll know that she is part of that cast. And camera there. Yep, she does look a bit like Courtney Cox. So if they're going to cast Sersi, well, if only Courtney Cox were a bit younger, they could cast Courtney Cox, and she would have this likeness. And those are the effects. So you can put that on her fists. And let's go back. And as you very well know, I'm not much into demonstrating the articulation in my videos, but there you have it. So this is, excuse me. So this is my version of the Sersi Black Knight 2-pack. Only I bought these two figures loose separately. And again, because I wanted this version of the Black Knight. Anyway, this is the Belated Reviewer. I hope that you find this video informative. If you're wanting to pick up the 2-pack and you like the current design of that Black Knight in that 2-pack, go ahead. Go get it if it's still available. If you're collecting the Avengers figures, Marvel Legends figures, then it's a must for your collection if you don't have Sersi yet or the Black Knight in your collection. And again, this is the Belated Reviewer. You guys stay healthy, stay safe, keep your mad hats on, and peace out!